And I'm Ashley Dickinson. Let's begin with our top story. The NBA draft is less than a week away. Rebel Report's Danny Smythe takes a look at the hopeful prospects. This week's season opener is a big game, but next week is the game that everyone is looking forward to, the battle for the Fremont Cannon. You could not only feel the energy tonight by the fans, but you could also feel it from the players. It was a team effort by the Aces. The starting five brought the energy, and the bench players followed suit. The Aces dominated the Liberty in the first half. Chelsea Gray delivered. She came in with an offensive mindset, moving the ball, spreading the court, and creating opportunities for her teammates. She was named player of the game and finished with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. The Aces were expecting the Liberty to shoot the three ball, but they worked hard to force them to take contested shots and capitalize on their turnovers. 6 players were in double figures, and every Aces player scored. With the Aces, it doesn't matter who it is. Everyone has a helping hand in their success. More bad news for the Runnin' Rebel fans. The basketball game between the Rebels and the Eastern Washington Eagles, scheduled for December 9th, was canceled. Tuesday morning, the athletic department at UNLV revealed that a member of the team had tested positive for COVID-19. The Eastern Washington Eagles were notified of the situation, and the game was canceled. For the Rebels, the timing is unfortunate. The Rebels are coming off their first win of the season over Kansas State, and we're looking to continue building on their momentum. The Rebels have officially wrapped up their first spring ball practice under Marcus Arroyo. They held a special ceremony for their 6 seniors who will not be returning for the next season. Our university president, Keith Whitfield, and athletic director, Desiree Reed-Francois, came to support UNLV football. Scrimmage number 2 is in the books. This weekend, the Rebels had former Rebel football alumni and the Booster Club members in attendance. The Rebels are working on being uncomfortable because that's where the growth starts. I asked Coach Arroyo what guys have stood out in terms of consistency throughout scrimmage number 2.
That's one of our spring goals, and it's a big piece is developing a plan to get guys to keep score for themselves.
She's gotten to play with her sister. She's also improved her game full circle. She's been Defensive Player of the Year for the past 2 years, but now she's getting to work on her offensive game. So the Rebels will most likely need to double team her. Cannot let her get any catches where she's able to be effective for the Broncos. She's a great passer, all-around great player. She's versatile, great rim protector as well. With her length, she can change things inside the paint. And that's something Lindy said in the press conference. She can get these players to be here at practice, but mentally she needs them to show up and do what they can to be there for the team. I just love how aggressive she is. She will give you everything she has and then dive on the floor and get the foul. One of the true point guards on the team, and despite not scoring, she helps her team in other ways, and that's what you want from your players. Make an impact. When Boise State goes on a run, it tends to get a little bit dangerous for the other teams. So I would just say we need to continue to press, and continue to press.
The Las Vegas native, how much of an impact has she had on this Lady Rebel program?
She's had a huge success on this, huge impact on this team. She's an experienced player. She struggled in the beginning of the season with points, but she found other ways to be an impact on her team. Leading in steals, assists, and averaging 10 points a game. Continue to play her game. She's experienced as well, playing over 100 games in college basketball, averaging 11 points last year in this matchup. So you know what? If she can continue to play her game, she's going to see some success.
And the only.
But I think yesterday with her dad, getting here early, that was a huge motivation for her. She said earlier, you don't really go out and say, you know what, I'm going to set a school record today. But it started happening, and she was grateful Presnell believed in her and trusted her shot. She's versatile, a great rim protector, and with her length, she can change things in the paint. So you don't want to leave her wide open. When you signed with UNLV, I saw on your Twitter, you posted a heartfelt message, thanked everyone in your life who has helped you achieve this moment. At the end of that message, you said, "Go the hardest and move in silence." Can you explain to me what that sentence means to you?
A lot of times, I get on the media and I just see people, athletes, they just talking about how hard they working, and this and that. And they just always, kind of just out there looking for recognition, kind of fishing for attention. I've never been that type of person. I just believe, just work out, move in silence. And then, you know, when I play on Friday nights, I let my play do the talking. And even after that, when people congratulate me, you know, I thank them, but I just keep moving in silence and just keep working hard.
I also like to give every chapter in my life a title. You're about to close in a very important chapter and start a whole brand new chapter. What would you title this next chapter?
This next chapter. Oof.
I also saw your tweet where you said you work so hard for your brother. What about your brother makes you want to work so hard?
Well, you know, dealing with the sibling with autism, you know, it comes with its challenges, but it also comes with its blessing. It's a blessing in disguise for sure. My little brother has always been a part of my life, and he's been the reason why I work so hard. You know, him not being able to follow in my footsteps, you know, that makes me want to go 10 times harder.
I love that. I also have a cousin who is on the spectrum as well, and I relate to what you're saying. Have you ever thought of like even kind of you've obviously heard of Autism Speaks and all the awareness and like the walks. Is that something that you'd be interested in doing in the community in Las Vegas?
I think it's something I'll very much look into, you know. I also have another little cousin that's on the spectrum in Las Vegas now as we speak.
Wow.
So being out there, you know, visiting him again, along with my little brother, I think it would be really nice.
No, yeah, and I know they would appreciate it to know that they have someone that's an athlete doing it all and also wanting to give back to that community. That's very important. What characteristic of yours do you think best fits the UNLV's new era?
I'd say one characteristic would be blue collared, in terms of I feel like UNLV is moving more towards guys that are able to come in immediately, work hard, be quiet, not speak a lot, not talk a lot, but just really just get to work.
And you had 14 schools offering you. What about the Lady Rebels and Lindy LaRock that made you say, yeah, I want to sign with the Lady Rebels?
It was like a gut feeling, really. They were my last offer, and when I got that...
And it's also close to home, so mom can actually get in the car and drive out here, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, I could come home every weekend if I actually wanted to.
USA basketball is back in Las Vegas. Athletes like LeBron James, Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry decided to drop out this year. However, I got to talk with some of the new faces of the USA basketball team, and let's take a look on what they had to say. What does it mean for you to be selected to represent your country?
I mean, a lot. You know, I mean, being honored to come out here, meet some great guys, you know, play with a whole bunch of players that I played against last season. It's just amazing to be here.
A lot of your colleagues decided to drop out of this. What made you decide that you wanted to be a part of it?
I played USA basketball 3 years when I was in high school, so I enjoyed my experience every time. So I was super excited to get the invite, and I was going to come try out no matter what. Because I had a chance to play for it a few years ago, but like things happened, so I got another chance to play as in this year. So I was like, I'm not gonna let this one slip through my fingers. So you know, I came out here, performed, and you know, got better.
And what is it about your game? Do you think that they selected you?
Oh wow, I think just an up and coming young player that had a good season and that they want me to continue to grow.
So today we are going to Frankie's Pizza. We're gonna do the Barstool's One Bite and see if they've got some good pizza. All right, one bite. We're at Frankie's Pizza. She doesn't look too pretty. I don't know what that green stuff is. Looks a little scary, but I mean, she's hot. Got a nice crust. Here we go. Tastes like minestrone soup. I'm not even kidding. Hold on. Crust is about an 8. I mean, if you want some average pizza, go to Frankie's Pizza, eh? 4.2.